您好，我是 Priscilla，我是多伦多地区的地产经理
Hey,
人。
it's Priscilla, your real
今天
estate
呢，我想跟大
broker
家
in
分享一
GTA.
下
Today, I want to share with you how to determine our offer price if we're in a bidding war when purchasing a home. Recently, all property types in almost all neighborhoods across GTA, except for condo apartments in downtown, are all undergoing bidding wars. Sometimes a property can receive 10 or even more offers. Many friends and clients ask me how to bid. Today, I'm going to share with you some insights on bidding for a house. The first thing people usually ask is, how do I know if this property is up for bidding? If you hired a realtor as a professional, he or she should be sending you daily updates of homes matching your buying criteria. So you will receive a property listing information like this. This is a single garage detached house in Oshawa, to the east of city of Toronto. We can see that the asking price of this property is $599,900, so let's call it $600,000. We can see there is a note called client remark at the very bottom of this listing. Every client can see it, but nothing more. However, when a realtor checks this listing, in addition to the client remark, we can also see brokerage remark. This is a note shared by listing agent to a buyer's agent. It is only visible to realtors. We can see the brokerage remark in this listing says, offers accepted on Monday, March 1st at 5 p.m. Please register by 3 p.m. In other words, this property requires bidding. All the offers received will be shown to the seller at 5 o'clock on March 1st. And then the seller will choose the most satisfactory one, chosen for its merits, such as its price and the status of conditions. For example, the offer does not have mortgage condition, nor house inspection, and so on and so forth. Less conditions, the more attractive it is to the seller. It is a comprehensive decision based on all aspects of the offer. In conclusion, whether a property requires bidding or not, you can confirm this information with your realtor. Since you have already started searching for houses, your realtor should have shown you the approximate price range of the property types you like in your interested neighborhood. For example, when we look at this listing, it is a single garage detached house. If we know this property type in this neighborhood is worth about $800,000, when you see this one is asking for $600,000, you know immediately that this property requires bidding, because there will be no such bargain, so much lower than the market price. After we know whether a property requires bidding, our next question is how much over the asking price we should offer. First of all, I want to point out that the sale price has absolutely nothing to do with the asking price. Instead, it is defined by its market value. The property we saw just now received 12 offers on the day of bidding, which means at least 12 buyers were interested in this property. These 12 offers reflected the market's demand on this property. In the end, the sale price would be the combination of the highest price and best terms a buyer is willing to pay for this property. So how do I know how much I should offer before entering the auction? Your realtor will conduct a search for you. We can refer to the recent transaction price for similar properties in the same neighborhood. For example, in the past 90 days, the most recent sold price of a similar property is the best indicator. We can see here is a circle with a radius of about 300 meters. Within this neighborhood, there are some similar houses built by the same developer. In the past 90 days, we can see 2 houses were sold. One sold at $660,000 and the other was $735,000. The $660,000 was sold earlier and the $735,000 was sold just 2 weeks ago by the end of February. We know if the renovation quality and the structure of the house are the same, then 52 Oakens has a higher reference value because its transaction date is nearer. It was sold at $735,000. Let's guess how much this property was finally sold in the mid-March bidding. If your guess is close to $735,000, then congratulations, you answered correctly. The sale price of this property is $750,000. It was auctioned on the 4th day of listing and then sold on the same day. We saw just now that it received a lot of offer. So what I want to tell you is that the real estate market in Canada is highly regulated and transparent. Every buyer and the seller can see every transaction on MLS. MLS refers to Multiple Listing Service. It is a centralized database of each city's real estate board. This is different from some marketplaces when listings were segregated and inaccessible to the public. Since the sold price of each transaction is visible to everyone, when a seller lists his property, he can refer to the latest sold price and set his own expectation. The buyer and buyer's agent will do the same thing to estimate its market price and offer accordingly. If a buyer likes a property very much, he can add a little bit more on the estimated market price. If he does not have a strong preference, then he could just offer on the market price. Because the data is extremely transparent, the market will act as an invisible hand, setting the price of each property to the market value. So as a buyer, we really should not push our luck, hoping we will land on a bargain by offering lower than the market if we truly want this property. A friend asked me, what if a person was in a bad financial situation and was about to go bankrupt? He might want to liquidate his property and sell it quickly and cheap. That may be the case, but a lot of times, since every buyer and buyer's agent can find such a low-priced property, in the process of getting this bargain, buyers will have to raise the price and eventually close to its true market value or even higher. Because the buyer knows he is not the only one who knows about this property, he has to compete with other buyers who also desire this bargain. As a result, there is almost no advantage in the end. So is there a bargain at all if everybody has the access to the same market information? Imagine this. You have a treasure map that tells you there is a chest of diamonds in a secret place. Only you know the spot, but no one else does. Then it's almost certain you can finally get the diamonds, right? But what if everyone in the world knows about it? How likely can you still have it all by yourself? Much harder, isn't it? This is the same case when you try to find a bargain when purchasing a home, when the market information is 100% transparent. So how can you, as a buyer, to find a bargain in a market like this, especially when it's such a strong seller's market? Buyers can only control the market entry timing, but at any point of time, people can only buy a property at its market price at that time. So if based on the analysis we believe we are entering a price uprising channel, then today's price is always going to be cheaper than any future day. So what we can do is to seize the time to enter the market as soon as possible. To find a bargain is to act fast and act now. But not to hope to find a property for $950,000 when the market value is clearly $1 million. Because you are competing with all the buyers and their agents who are also looking very closely at what bargains are available. Okay, this is the end of today's video. If you have any recent purchase plan, I can tailor the property search for you, including some great deal exclusive listings. Looking forward to connecting with you soon. Bye-bye.